Space shuttles are go on internal.
Roger. All systems are internal.
Roger. SSL, you have a clear to launch.
We've come so far, yet there's so very far to go. We've watched our dreams become reality. We have tasted of what the future holds in store for us, and realize that we hold all the keys. And tomorrow's filled with promise stretched forever. The future's like a never-ending theme.
Maintenance fund, come in. Can you see the problem?
This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from the Disney theme parks all around the world. Here now the news for January 3rd, 2025. Our first episode of the year. Happy New Year, everybody. Sebastian in Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid has gotten some TLC. His screen eyes have been fixed in the finale scene of the Magic Kingdom Dark Ride. We spotted the update today, Friday, January 3rd. Up until now, Sebastian's eyes in this scene have been static. In fact, I think they're essentially a little cover they can put on when the screen eyes do not work. Sebastian still has his static eyes for his two other appearances in the attraction. However, in the finale scene, he's finally restored once again with those screen eyes, so it gives him the illusion of life. We're not sure when this was fixed, sometime over the last few days, but it is back. The effect was broken for some time, at least since October of 2024. We have that documented. If you watched our Lightning Lane Premiere Pass vlog, where we reviewed the service on its first day of operation, I made a little fun of the fact that all three didn't work on a day where we spent a copious amount of money to skip the line at attractions. So, like I said then, if you're going to charge people all this money to skip the line at rides, the rides better look good. And so I'm glad that maybe that was heard. It's taken a little while to get these things figured out, but there's still two more to go. But the fact that one has been fixed means someone is trying, which is good. That's what we like to see. There are a lot of other maintenance problems at Disney World right now. It's just about as bad as it's ever been. I know people keep asking us to do the maintenance report again. That just takes so much time. It takes so much time to have to make sure you ride every attraction at Disney World once or twice a week. And honestly, we have a lot of other news responsibilities here at WDWNT that keep us pretty busy. So it's something we hope we can do on a more regular basis, but at the very least, we can spotlight these individual points of interest, things that look particularly bad or things that are getting fixed, and bring those to light. And that's what we'll continue to do in the meantime. Disney has extended Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom operating hours in early to mid-January 2025. Magic Kingdom on Sunday, January 12th and Monday, January 13th will now be open until 10 p.m. instead of 9 p.m. The park will still open at 9 a.m. on those days. On Friday, January 17th, the park will open an hour earlier at 8 a.m. with the early entry for hotel guests beginning at 7:30 a.m. The park's closing was extended from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. and closing time was moved from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Saturday, January 18th as well. The park will open from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. on that day. Disney's Animal Kingdom, on Sunday, January 5th, the park's closing time has been moved from 7 to 8. It was moved from 6 to 8 on Monday, January 6th, and the park will now be open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on both days. On Friday, January 17th and Saturday, January 18th, Animal Kingdom's closing time was moved from 6 to 7 p.m. The park will be open from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. on both of those days. No surprise there. I think the New Year's Eve and forward crowds surprised Disney a bit. I think they thought it was going to be a little softer than it was. People have hung on a bit. Also, I think there's expected a lot of pass holders who come back from their blockout dates will be filling the parks those first few days in January. And then, obviously, that's Martin Luther King weekend. Also the same weekend as our event, Promising Tomorrows, which is why I'm sporting my Space Mountain shirt today to celebrate. Yeah, I think that weekend, obviously, they're expecting crowds to be a little worse than they thought originally as well. Although Tortuga Tavern at the Magic Kingdom was previously scheduled to reopen to guests this week, it remains closed, and all operating hours for the quick service location have been removed from the Walt Disney World website. Earlier this week, the website listed operating hours for Tortuga Tavern beginning on January 1st. The restaurant failed to open on Wednesday, and the venue's webpage now lists it as closed through at least March 3rd of 2025. That's the furthest available date on the calendar. The Adventureland Eatery usually operates seasonally. However, it's been closed since June of 2024. That's when they started the transition into it being a shop temporarily, which happened from August to November when it was Tortuga Treasures. And I think people expect it's going to come back, but I don't know. I think my expectation is whatever operating costs are associated with the restaurant here are probably going to go to the Pirate Tavern. I didn't expect Tortuga to come back, but maybe it will. Maybe, 4th of July or Easter or, some big season coming up, they'll be ready to roll again and decide they need it once more. Who knows? Or maybe its days are numbered. Sometimes this is, when things operate seasonally at Disney World, it's usually an indication that eventually something new is coming their way. And I think there's been a lot of rumblings about Pecos Bills for the last couple of years. And I'm not saying it's anytime soon, but Pecos Bills and Tortuga are connected. And so I don't know if that indicates anything for Tortuga, but someday, probably in the next 5 years, I would expect something's going to happen over there. But in the meantime, no Tortuga Tavern for anyone. I don't know if anyone's really sad about this. It's not one of the better counter service at Walt Disney World, but maybe you are. Let us know in the comments. As promised, Walt Disney World has dropped a number of new hotel discounts for the upcoming year, starting with one for Walt Disney World annual pass holders, where they can save up to 40% on a Disney hotel stay this summer. Annual pass holders can also save up to 35% on rooms for stays most nights from May 1st to May 31st, and then again 40% most nights June 1st to July 31st based on hotel. You can find the full list at WDWNT.com. All of these have a very detailed list of which hotels are available and when and for how much off. It would take me 25 minutes to read that to you all now. It's probably easier to look at it on our website, honestly. Florida residents can take advantage of a new offer that will save them up to 35% on rooms at select Disney Resort hotels this summer. The offer allows Florida residents to save up to 35% on rooms for stays most nights May 1st through July 31st of 2025 when booked by February 24th of this year. Lower savings are still available for bookings made after that date, and proof of Florida residency is required at check-in, and the length of stay requirement for the offer is a minimum of 1 night and a maximum of 14. Walt Disney World is offering all guests the chance to save up to 30% off this summer as well. The offer is available for vacations May 1st through September 30th of 2025. And if you don't want to look at the website, if you don't want to figure any of this out for yourself, well, this program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head on over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT, and their team will design your next magical vacation from the Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resorts to the Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and more. They're also able to book unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. And the best part is their concierge services are 100% free. I can hear you at home. So book today. They're also booking the free dining offer that's kicked in as well. So make it their problem. Don't make yourself read through all that fine print. Don't make yourself try to figure out which dates or what discount. Let them figure it out for you because it costs you absolutely nothing. Following in the footprints of Figment, a new cosplay hoodie is available at Walt Disney World featuring the legendary Yeti of Expedition Everest. We found the hoodie for sale in the Circazong Bazaar in Asia at Animal Kingdom. That's the shop at the exit of the attraction. It's $79.99. The pullover hoodie is mostly white, but features screen-printed quote-unquote fur designs in blue, gray, and brighter white shades. A large kangaroo pocket sits on the front lower torso, and the ride logo for Expedition Everest is embroidered on the lower right corner of the blue kangaroo pocket in blue, white, and red thread. The sleeves continue the screen-printed fur pattern with brighter blues differentiating the tufts of hair, and 3 white and gray claws are printed on the white ribbed sleeve. The hood features a 2D illustration of the fabled Yeti with bright red eyes and snarling white teeth, and the entire back of the hood is covered in white faux fur. The back of the hoodie is an off-white color, and the ride logo is screen-printed across it. We are having a particularly good run of attraction-specific merchandise at Disney World right now, as if they finally have figured it out. Between the Figment, we had the Figment hoodie last week. There's a couple new Figment items we're going to talk about today. Of course, there was the Gertie mug and the Gertie cup and the Earful Tower shot glass and bottle we just had at Hollywood Studios. There's a Kilimanjaro Safaris like spotting guide mug. There's been a lot of good stuff the last 6 to 8 weeks. We're on a good trend. So Disney, please keep it up. More attraction-specific merchandise, please. With just 9 days before the first phase of closures to make way for the Tropical America's Land at Animal Kingdom, a Disney Vacation Club kiosk has been removed from DinoLand USA. The kiosk was previously located just outside of Triceratops Spin and across from the Boneyard. As seen here, the kiosk previously took up this now empty space between a character's kiosk and a snack cart. DinoLand will have its first phase of closures on January 13th, which will include Triceratops Spin, the Fossil Fun Games, and Chester and Hester's Dinosaur Treasures. The final day of operation for these locations will be January 12th. Dinosaur, the Boneyard, Restaurantosaurus, Dinobite Snacks, and Trilobites will remain open at this time, though a closure date is likely to come very soon. Dinosaur, however, it has been said, will be open throughout all of 2025, giving guests at least a full year to experience the attraction before it goes extinct. And of course, DinoLand will be transformed into the new Tropical America's Land, complete with an Encanto attraction taking up the footprint of Dino-Rama, an Indiana Jones attraction taking over Dinosaur, a giant wood-carved carousel of sorts featuring Disney characters, which takes the spot of Triceratops Spin, and the inclusion of the town of Pueblo Esperanza. The new land is scheduled to open in 2027. The world premiere food court at Disney's All-Star Movies Resort has reopened after a significant refurbishment. Although I think they were still serving food, I think just sections of seating were closed for times. The food court's layout remains the same, but the movie theater theming has been updated. Lampposts were removed from the entrance area of the world premiere food court, opening the space up a bit more. And the low walls were repainted from beige to teal. The full walls are now mostly red with a yellow rail separating the teal wainscoting. Spotlight murals are along the tops of the walls. The flooring was replaced as well. The dark tiles in the entrance area were removed and replaced with light gray floors featuring red, orange, and green stars. Thank God there's color. Thank you for putting color in. I'm glad it's not white and plain and ugly. The red and teal color schemes continue throughout the food court where there were once shades of orange, yellow, and beige. And as before, the various food stations are made to look like different movie theaters with illuminated marquees above them. The ceiling of the ordering area is still covered in dozens of circular light fixtures. The brown, black, and yellow tiling in this area has been replaced with an array of gray, black, and blue tiles resembling long film strips, kind of an improvement. Each food station retains its old shape and name, but the colors have been updated. And like the entrance, the dining area has red walls with yellow rails and teal wainscoting. And this end has been transformed into more of a lounge area with low tables surrounded by red upholstered chairs. There are couches and more chairs arranged like booths in front of the windows, and large yellow rectangle decorations with rounded ends hang on the back wall. A retro film camera prop, though, was removed during the refurb. Circular tables featuring film reel decals on their tops are in front of the bench, along with orange upholstered chairs. The windows have new pull-down shades. There were previously no shades at all, and they are red with a white pattern, and the rest of the dining space has more traditional dining tables with blue-green chairs. On the wall above them is a long film reel mural depicting Mickey and friends attending a movie premiere. It uses the art style of the 2013 to 2023 Mickey Mouse shorts. World Premiere Food Court used to display real movie posters, but now it's decorated with parody posters of Disney movies featuring Mickey and friends. These are on the walls between the windows with lights shining down on them from behind yellow scalloped shades. The parody movies include The Goofeteer, which is a parody of The Rocketeer, the Minnie Mouse-Guire movie, of course the Lizzie McGuire movie, Toon, that's a parody of Tron, Min-chanted, which is meant to be enchanted. The Feisty Ducks for the Mighty Ducks. Probably could have just left that one alone, right? Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Cat. Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl is the real movie. The Love Bugs for the Love Bug. Bungle Cruise for the Jungle Cruise. Adventures in Duck Sitting for Adventures in Babysitting. And the Princess The Princess Dairies is the Princess Diaries. I like that one. That's my favorite. Like the film strip mural, these posters used the 2013 art style to put Mickey and his pals into the different parody movies. A good update. It looks good. I have nothing to scream about. So, good job. A new Starbucks tumbler has made its way to Walt Disney World. We found it at the World of Disney in Disney Springs, at least first. The 4-parks Starbucks tumbler is $44.99. The new design matches that of the other 4-parks merchandise that has become available. Encircling the bottom of the tumbler are the 4 Walt Disney World park icons: Cinderella Castle, Spaceship Earth, the Hollywood Tower Hotel, and the Tree of Life. That still hurts every time I say the Hollywood Tower Hotel is the park icon. It rubs me the wrong way. On the side of the tumbler above the Tree of Life and the Hollywood Tower Hotel sits a blue Walt Disney World D icon. On the opposite side, a debossed Starbucks Mermaid logo is situated just above Spaceship Earth. The top of the tumbler has a blue clear lid with an included matching blue straw. I like this collection. I think I'm going to buy a couple things. It's nice and clean, but it features park icons and the Walt Disney World D. It's a good-looking collection. Marvel star Chris Evans recently tried his hand at pulling the sword from the stone at the Magic Kingdom. Disney shared photos of the Captain America star posing with the sword in the stone. The landmark is located, of course, just behind Cinderella Castle. And just like Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, Evans proved himself worthy and managed to lift the sword. The sword is designed to not be fully removable from the stone. It just pops out a little bit. They don't want anyone swinging around. Although a couple years ago, though, someone was too strong and really ripped the half sword from the stone, and then I think they got trespassed for doing so. But either way, there was once a show back in the day where, with Merlin, a child would get to pull the sword up, but now guests just get to pose with it. Occasionally, though, sometimes the sword does raise. It really depends when and who. But anyway, Chris Evans will return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Avengers Doomsday, but the nature of his role is still under wraps. He portrayed Steve Rogers, or Captain America, from Captain America: The First Avenger in 2011 all the way to Avengers Endgame in 2019, which was to be his final appearance as the character, but he made a surprise cameo as Johnny Storm of the Fantastic Four in Deadpool and Wolverine. And if that's a spoiler, if you still haven't seen that movie yet, I have nothing to apologize for. You've taken way too long. It's on airplanes now. You've had your chance. For the absolute latest, oh wait, I forgot to change out my cup. Hold on, everybody. There, now both cups appeared. Oh, that story didn't even make it in. You know what? I'm just gonna do it without a script, everybody. You know what happened, folks? We found 2 new Figment cups at Walt Disney World. We found these at Disney Springs. They're available. I'm sure they'll make their way to Epcot soon, but there is a ceramic Figment chunky mug. I think we called him Fig Chonk. I forget what they were calling him in Slack the other day. But there's a chunky ceramic Figment mug. He's $24.99. He's very cute. My favorite, though, is this water bottle, which gives me 80s Epcot vibes for sure. It has the 80s Epcot Center font. It kind of matches the hoodie that just came out, but you have Figment, a big Figment in his famous yellow sweater. You have, there's silhouettes of Figment flying, and there's his head. There's rainbows and musical notes and all sorts of fun things. The Imagination Pavilion logo, and of course the lid is purple and orange like our favorite purple and orange dragon. This is $24.99 as well. They're available at Disney Springs right now, but they should be going to more locations very, very soon. See, I can improv a story. I can do it. For the absolute latest on these stories and all that didn't make it into today's show, be sure to check WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content. You can get discounted show and event tickets. That includes tickets to Promising Tomorrows at spacemountain50.com, and as well, tickets to see a live recording of this show. You get those tickets at events.wdwnt.com. And there are more benefits to being a WIGS member as well. A special shout out to all of our WIGS members watching who make this show happen every week. And I want to tell you, very soon we're going to be updating the prize wall. I know a lot of people have been upset the prize wall hasn't been updated in a while, but sometime very soon. We've already staged the items. They have to be photographed, and then they'll get put up, and we'll tell you guys. We'll give you guys some warning when we're going to put all those new prizes up for many of you to cash in with your core bucks and pick some fun stuff out. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying, enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful new year.